Ladies and gentlemen, Sukuna is now on trial. Well, whilst discussing strategies during the flashback, Higuruma volunteered to go after the clapping of Kashimo in order to confiscate Sukuna's curse technique with his own ability. Inside Higuruma's domain, deadly sentencing, there is no violence allowed. A Shikigami known as the Judge Man will announce the charges against the defendant, in this case Sukuna, and it will automatically know everything about everyone inside of the domain. However, the decision of the trial solely depends on the arguments presented by both sides. After the accusation is reviewed, the defendant is given one chance to defend their case. They can choose not to say anything, basically plead the fifth, or admit they did do it, otherwise say they didn't do it. They can even lie, but the goal here is to make sure that there's no doubt so that the judge will find them innocent. The prosecutor, being Higuruma, gets only one chance to respond, and they do so after looking at evidence given to them in a sealed envelope which might not even be conclusive. In the end, the Shikigami will decide if the accused is guilty or not. If they are, they can be punished in different ways depending on how serious the crime is. One common punishment is confiscation, which takes away their ability to use curse techniques.
I'm confused!
If you forgot, in chapter 166, we came to know that the harshest sentence that Higuruma's domain can give is the death penalty, on top of confiscation, where Higuruma receives the executioner blade that instantly kills anyone in a single strike. There's no doubt that even if one ability of Sukuna is taken out of the equation, it would be a massive advantage to the sorcerers. Likely it would be his new and improved reality cutting cleave, and with Higuruma's one strike one shot blade, Sukuna might just die. However, as good as it sounds, it's not at all certain that the Judge Man will definitely deal the death penalty to Sukuna for various reasons. Why? Well, obviously Higuruma can't be that broken now, can he? To balance things out, the Shikigami has control over what the charge and allegations will be. This means Sukuna might not even be trialed for the murders he has committed. Since this Shikigami Judge Man randomly picks any offense, it is possible that Sukuna gets charged for something stupid like damage to public property instead of, mass murder. Just like Yuji was also charged with illegally going to a pachinko before Sukuna's actions at Shibuya. So the chance of an actual major sentence is very low, because if someone commits murder, the judgment can even raise the crime of cloth damage rather than, the actual murder itself. Yuji adds to this information that he swapped with Sukuna 3 times, stating that Sukuna caused a lot of casualties in the detention center and more importantly at Shibuya. Moreover, possessing Megami's body and causing it to do whatever he pleases would certainly increase the probability of Sukuna getting the death penalty, especially if, Megami is actually dead. Now remember guys, Megami would not be charged himself if he's alive, because as Higuruma stated in chapter 166, non compos mentis, that is, absence of reason and or control of one's body makes you innocent. Regardless, Higuruma starts yapping Kaizen again. I mean, listing out all the crimes Sukuna has committed from the very beginning, which involves murder, attempted murder, hijacking, theft, trespassing, assault, arson, stealing your imaginary girl, amongst other things. But seriously, he is kind of a monster, and let's not forget he cannibalizes people, and he's just pure evil, Higuruma further adds that Sukuna's attitude and intentions means he won't get a rehabilitation sentence, so he should get the death penalty, technically speaking, from the Nagayama guidelines. Kusakabe represents all of us right now, just nodding our heads and smiling as if he can understand everything. Well, my guy actually did understand what Higuruma meant, and of course I did too. Liar. So let me explain. Sukuna also has a bunch of crimes from the Heian era, but due to the statute of limitations, any crimes committed before 1985 will not be judged. However, the legal system of the Heian period has no statute of limitations, so the situation is kinda in the air, and even Higuruma doesn't know shit, because modern law might not even apply to Sukuna. Kusakabe concludes this by saying that every crime Sukuna committed 1,000 years ago is really up to the judge's discretion, but this might also be a major downside for our guys, as the question could rise whether Sukuna can even be judged by human law at all, as he is literally called the king of curses and doesn't even see himself being neither a curse nor a human. So yeah, if you guys want to learn more about how Nobara will help Yuji defeat Sukuna, then make sure to watch this video next.